Hello, Roger Roy's 10,000 Startups podcast. Trump v. Harris, Artificial Intelligence. This is the third in a series of my speculations on where the candidates stand on these issues based on their policy statements, what they've done, and what they said. So, this next one, and these are issues of interest to the startup community. This next one is around artificial intelligence. So, let's start with Kamala Harris. The White House, the Biden White House, of course, issued a landmark artificial intelligence executive order recently, and then followed up after that with I guess, a White House briefing statement and release that really outlines the action, directed sweeping action. I'll just read it to you. Sweeping action to strengthen AI safety and security, protect Americans' privacy, advance equity and civil rights, stand up for consumers and workers, promote innovation and competition, advance American leadership around the world. So as you can see, the focus on I guess, the Biden and what we would have to assume would be a Harris White House would be to really address the risks arising from the use of AI. And this has to do with how federal agencies, the safeguards that they're going to have to implement, and then, of course, how the Department of Labor is going to govern the use of AI in the workforce, for example, in employment and hiring. And eventually, it'll be for all uses of AI for pretty much everything: public health, public safety, etc. So I would say that the Harris approach would be very restrained and would certainly look at artificial intelligence as something that really has to be limited and restricted. The Trump position, however, is much different according to their statements from when Trump was president. In fact, his executive order on artificial intelligence indicated that the Trump administration was committed to doubling AI research investment, to plan for AI technical standards, to forge international AI alliances, and also they established a National Artificial Intelligence Initiative office. So, as you can see, it's a much different approach that the Trump administration has taken. And you can read about all of these in detail. But at a high level, I would have to say that the Trump administration has quite a bit of real estate devoted on its website, in its archives, the Trump White House archives, to the President Trump's approach towards AI and the development of AI, whereas the Biden executive order has more to do with keeping the world safe from AI. So, take that for what it's worth. What I will tell you is, regardless of what goes on federally, I might be a little more concerned about what's going on at the state level, especially here in a state like California. For example, there are two bills right now in California that are headed through the legislative process dealing with AI. Well, one of which would require developers to ensure that AI products that make decisions, consequential decisions, are not trained by discriminatory algorithms, which admittedly is going to cost a fortune, even just the judiciary. There is another bill that would require developers of AI systems to ensure they're safe to deploy and have whistleblower protections, etc. Now, a lot of groups say that any AI regulation is a restriction on free speech. And with respect to that latter bill that requires AI systems to have all these protections, etc., even our San Francisco Bay Area congressional Democratic representatives have warned that those restrictions could stifle AI development. So there's a real balancing going on here between encouraging the development of AI, but regulating it to keep it safe. And even the states and the federal government are having problems with this, going on completely different paths. And it's like I say, who knows where this is going to end up. I will tell you that at the presidential level, I think we can see just generally that the Biden administration has been much more concerned about things like regulating and controlling it and making it safe than the Trump administration, which has been more concerned about enabling the development of this technology. So that's it, Trump v. Harris on AI, or at least my speculation. If you agree with me or don't agree with me, or think I missed something, please leave a comment.